Hi there, it's the Heir of Carthage bringing you an Empire Total War online commentary battle. This is a 2v2 that I played with Steinblood, who is another YouTube user. And let me show you my army real quick. I'm playing as Prussia, and so is Steinblood. I have 5 Prussian Jaegers, 5 line infantry, 2 units, a regiment of horse, light dragoons, and a general's bodyguard. I'm facing off against the player who's playing as the Marathas. I can't tell you his name, but you'll see it at the end when you get the results. He has 3 war elephants up front. Let's see, Bargear. I know there's 4 units of Bargear right there. The 5th, 6, 7. Yeah, it looks like it has 8 units of Bargear infantry, 1 unit of Chaternal camel gunners. Yeah, that about covers his army. Let's go to the other side. I think there's already been some bullets flying. This is where Steinblood is playing against his American opponent. And yeah, they've opened fire on each other. Steinblood's also playing as Prussia. He has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 Prussian Jaegers. Looks like 1, 2. Looks like 6 line, 5 or 6 line. I can't tell. He's got some regiment of horse engaged here, and then some light dragoons and a general's bodyguard. Looks like he and I are using the same army. Likely, I think that's what happened. So anyway, he's engaging the American. And in a straight-up fight, Prussian line infantry will take American line. But cavalry has been made to be very expensive in this patch. You can see the American had some U.S. Marines out there as well. Alright, let me show you what's happening here. We missed the best part, but I'll show you the results. My 5 Prussian Jaegers have moved into range and opened up on his 3 units of war elephants. And this is what happens when elephants take heavy fire from range. They rout and die. So his last unit of elephants is moving in, and I'm going to run my Jaegers out and just massacre the rest of it with my line. So here it comes. That's right, take that. So his elephants have been nullified, but he still has 8 units of Bargear infantry, at least 8, if I counted right. It could be 9. One of them might have been hidden. He has 8 or 9 units of Bargear infantry, and although they're not the best infantry, that's a lot of muskets that he can point in my direction. So my fight isn't over yet, so I let my line open fire, and I'm going to start moving my Jaegers to the sides. And let's skip back over to Steinblood's side of the battle and see what's going on over here. As you can see, the American's now lined up on the downside of this slope, so that's not going to be good for the American. And Steinblood's pouring in fire with his Jaegers and his line infantry. And it looks like the cavalry fight is going his way as well. You'll notice the American brought regiment of horse as well. Like I said, it's because heavy cavalry is very expensive now. That's kind of one of the crappy things about the patch. There's actually several crappy things. They fixed some problems, created new ones, and then left some untouched. I don't have time to go into all of it here, but you can see his men are trading fire with this Legion of the United States. So the fight's going pretty well for Steinblood so far. Let's go check it out on my side. Yeah, the new patch pretty much got rid of Ferguson rifle spam and Windbush rifle spam, so that was nice. But you can still spam pretty much any other nation's rifles, so they didn't really fix that. But Windbush and Ferguson's were the worst for sure. So here I'm teasing his infantry basically with my cavalry. My cavalry's really not going to be that effective. He's going to charge his men into melee, which is a good idea. My line has taken some loss, and I actually have Jaegers over here, so charging into melee will be a very good idea. This unit of line routed, he must have concentrated fire on it and blasted them out. And so because he's coming into melee, I have to bring in my regiment of horse. So here they are. But regiment of horse isn't that good, and quite honestly, Bargear infantry is probably going to tear them up. So I'm going to run these 2 units of Prussian Jaegers out, basically to keep them busy. I don't want them to get into a melee fight that I know they'll lose. The rest of the fight is going well for me, no major problems, and I'm going to move in my light dragoons behind to hit his men from behind. If you'll notice there, my light dragoons just fired while running. I believe they fixed that in the patch as well. Light dragoons can fire while running and reload while running, so that's very handy, and their accuracy has been improved. So light dragoons, while they still stink in melee, they're a bit handier as skirmishing troops because you can harass better. So yeah, I've got my dragoons moving in behind, and I'm just going to pour fire in on his infantry, and I'm going to do the same with these units of Prussian Jaegers. Over here, the fight's not going so good with me. My regiment of horse can only do so much against these overwhelming odds, but as long as they can keep these troops busy for a while, that should be enough. get you a little bit of the close-up of the action of these Bargear infantry and my Reg of Horse. Yep, so here it is. Yeah, the sound, for some reason in the replays, they didn't fix this problem where the sound doesn't work like through the first few minutes of the replays. And I mean, I haven't heard it work at all yet, so it's kind of annoying. Yeah, so sorry there's no sounds. In any case, there you go. There's that fight. Let's once again take a look what's going on over here in the center. He's routed my line infantry that was there, but now I've got Jaegers behind him. I've got dragoons, or Jaegers in front of him, dragoons behind him, more Jaegers here. So I'm basically just gonna keep pouring in fire on these Bargear infantry. I really shouldn't be engaging them in melee like this. I don't know why I did that. It wasn't very smart. Maybe I was just trying to fix them in place while I continued to fire in. Now this is going to kill some of my own men. That's basically a risk I had to take. I figured my dragoons would do better from a distance than they would if I charged them in melee. Let's go take a quick look at Steinblood's side of the battle. Again, as you can see, the fight's gone well for him. He's got this unit of Marines and this Legion of the United States there. A couple other scattered units, but Steinblood's done a great job of knocking out the American over here. Those Legion of the United States are routing as well. And it looks like he's pouring in fire all over these Marines. They're running away. He also has his dragoons dismounted right here. Yep, so the American's basically given way, so let's go back and watch me finish off these Marathas. Sorry I'm going back and forth so much, I just want you to be able to see a little bit of what went on both sides of this battle. So here some of his infantry is giving way to the fire that I'm pouring in, but he's still got plenty of infantry in there. He brought up his Chaternal camel gunners to start trading fire with my dragoons. And I figured my dragoons could probably take these camel gunners in melee, so I charge in, and I'm going to get into a melee fight with them. But I realize that it's going to be a waste of my dragoons to stay in that melee fight, and so I'm going to pull out of it here in a moment. As you can see, my efforts at firing into these units of Marathas has paid off. They've all routed now. So now I'm going to take my Prussian Jaegers and get them forming up, and I'm going to run my light dragoons out of this bad situation here, because he's pulling in a regrouped unit of Bargear infantry to fight with me. Yep, so there we go. Yeah, I'm going to pull out my dragoons any moment there. There they go. Yeah, so now I'm pulling out my dragoons, and you can see I'm lining up my Jaegers to open fire. And here comes some fire already, and that's enough to go ahead and start routing those Bargear infantry. And his camel gunners, they're not going to last. They just don't have the morale. And anyway, they're getting mowed down from all sides now. So there they go. Now he had one unit of war elephants left that I kill off here in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and fast forward to the results screen. Just show you real quick that Steinblood has finished mopping up the American. Just got this unit of long riflemen right here. So he did an excellent job on his side. Sorry I can't show you all of what happened on both sides, but hopefully you've gotten to see quite a bit of the battle here. So here's the results screen. As you can see, I deployed 1,074 men, suffered 752 losses, but killed 944. I suffered a lot of losses because of how many Bargear infantry there were, and then I let a lot of them get into melee with me, which wasn't a good idea. Steinblood did well, 642 losses, 616 killed, but he was outnumbered, or no, he wasn't outnumbered by his opponent. His opponent had some good troops in there, and so that's why Steinblood took so many losses. But in any case, you can see we won that battle, and good game to our opponents. It looks like Caro and John Sanel or something. Anyway, yep, so good game to our opponents, and I hope you all enjoyed the video and that it wasn't too manic for you.